Rise with Crossroads Clubhouse and Monroe Community Mental Health Authority. I'm one of your hosts today, Stephen Pietzak, along with my co-host, Desi, and we have two Crossroads members with us today, Deanna
and Becky.
So before we get started, just want to send our condolences to Michigan State University, the families, the students, the faculty, for the tragic event that happened earlier this week. My son is a graduate of Michigan State, so it's a shock to me, a shock to the entire community, this senseless crime, and it's pervasive across the United States. So today we thought we'd talk about personal safety. We're not police officers, we're not in law enforcement, we're just giving our views of what personal safety looks like to us and how we can feel safe in our community, in our homes. Especially for some of our members that ride the bus daily. So there's also safety risks there. In the future, we will have representatives from Monroe Police Station here, and they'll give us professional views on safety tips. But for now, it's just a little discussion we're going to have amongst each other about personal safety. So seeing all these things that's happening in the community lately, how do you feel, Desi, when you saw what happened at Michigan State?
I felt really shocked, and of course, it's not just at Michigan State. It has happened at other universities and colleges, especially schools such as Oxford High School about a couple years ago.
Well, it was like 15 months ago when they had the shooting at Oxford High School. Yeah.
Yes, and of course, the community was riled up, but they came together, and it's not just them, it's just the whole other parts of the country and state. We just supported each other.
Personally, for myself, I'm just really tired of seeing these senseless shootings. People getting injured. Makes no sense to me. Becky, how do you feel?
I feel like too many innocent lives have been taken, and just it's sad and sickening.
Deanna?
It's unsafe. It's really unsafe and not good for the people and stuff like that.
So how do you feel being out in the community? Do you feel safe?
Community, I feel kind of safe, unsafe or unsafe. Mom tell me what's safe and what's good and what's not good.
Okay, but how do you feel personally? Do you feel comfortable being out in the community?
Yeah, I do.
I feel safe, riding the buses, because I ride with Deanna and Lavanda the most mornings, and Desi, but by myself riding the bus, not really. As long as I'm with the buddy system, I'm okay.
Okay, so let me ask you guys some questions about your own personal safety. So what are the few rules that you have that are your rules to stay safe in the community?
The buddy system.
So what is the buddy system?
Like never riding the bus alone.
Okay. So when you don't have a buddy, what are some personal safety rules you have?
Stay close to the bus driver.
Okay. So what if you're not on a bus? What if you're just out in the community, walking downtown?
Being aware of your surroundings.
Right. So one of my major safety tips for myself, and I teach my kids and my loved ones, is to always, like you said, always be aware of your environment, your surroundings. Know where you're at. So know the area that you're in or that you're going to go visit to be safe. Never walk in like dark alleyways. Always try to stay in the light as much as possible.
Let somebody know where you're at all times.
Yeah. One thing I do, and I get a lot of flack from some people, is that if I go to a restaurant, I always have to have my back against the wall so I can see all the entrances and exits. And I'm always scanning, this is me personally, I'm always scanning threats in the area within the restaurant. And I'm always playing in my mind how I would react. That was just taught to me from, my stepfather, my grandfather, my uncles. We just always did that. It was just routine for us. So I still do it. I remember when my kids were little, I used to always do it. I said, you can't sit there. And my daughter says, no, I'm sitting next to you. And so my son would sit with my ex-wife and they'd sit on the other cross table because my daughter was like super vigilant. She thought she was the protector of everybody. So she got those cues from me. Desi, what are some of your personal safety tips?
For me, I usually carry something like self-defense weapons, like such as pepper spray, or I even use my keys on my keychain by making a fist and put it in between my fingers. Just in case I get attacked, it makes a makeshift weapon.
So do you do that normally or just when you feel nervous?
When I feel nervous, in case my surroundings feel unsafe.
Okay. So what are some other safety cues that you have?
I just make sure that I stay vigilant of my surroundings. If I feel unsafe, I try to make sure that family know where I'm at. I make sure I'm with friends or know someone from my apartment where I'm at.
Yeah, another thing I do is I always make eye contact with people.
Yes.
I always do, so I can see what they're looking at, and it kind of gives you a cue to what they're doing as well. So that's a couple. What about you, Becky?
Like in other for instance, if I feel unsafe, I could always call somebody, like start talking to them.
Okay.
So then I'm talking to somebody.
Okay, that's a good idea. So and then that's important. So what time do you get on the bus?
I'll get in about 7:15 to 7:30.
Is it dark then?
That be bus.
But is it dark outside?
Yeah,
So
but not that bad. I feel fine because I'm in the house, but I'm just going outside and I just wait for the
okay.
bus.
So but when you're waiting, you're staying in a well-lit area, right?
But
Okay, good. What about you, Becky?
I have to go from my apartment building to the bus stop, so it's pretty dark. And I don't feel safe because, well, my apartment building isn't the safest.
Okay. So here's another question. And I don't carry them, but do you ladies carry purses
No.
or backpacks, anything like that?
Yes.
Yes.
yeah,
Okay. So I don't carry a wallet. I carry a money clip, and I always put it in my front pocket because I don't want to be pickpocketed, and I already know it's there, so I'm always feeling. And because I have a tendency to drop things and lose things in my back pocket, so I don't do that. So your backpack, how do you carry your backpack? Is it
On my
secure or
shoulder.
just right on loose?
I put them on
On my
back.
shoulder.
I just do it on my shoulder.
On both shoulders or just one?
I can't, my backpack's just a regular side, one shoulder.
Okay.
So it's like this on my shoulder.
So if I walk by, I could just rip it right off your shoulder.
Probably, yes.
You ever think about that? So another important thing is to think about is to strap it across you, so it's not easily taken from you. I'm sure officer would give you some more clues or tips, but there's personal observations for me, which is why I don't carry wallets, because it's easily dropped or somebody could take it, so I don't want to do that. So when you're riding a bus, is there any safety rules that you personally have when you ride the bus?
We just when we ride the bus, Derby and number
The city
5,
bus.
and when we ride number 5, I just look at my backpack and see if I sit next to someone, and I just watch what I say and what I do.
Okay.
We use, the three of us, me, Deanna, Lavonda, we usually stay together.
Okay. So, and you guys probably know the bus drivers pretty well, right?
Yep.
And then probably pretty familiar with the people that ride the bus.
Some no. But in the afternoon, yes. Well, I ride in the afternoon with Desiree, so we all know each other in the afternoon people.
And the bus drivers make you guys feel pretty comfortable?
Yeah,
Yes.
yes.
Safe?
They look out after for us.
That's great. We should, we should have a bus driver on sometimes.
That would be a good
That'd be
idea.
a very
To
good
talk
idea.
about the bus routes, operating hours, safety within the buses. So that'd be a great idea.
If not a supervisor.
Yeah, so let's.
That'd be Tony, wouldn't it?
Tony is a bus driver right now. A supervisor would be someone
Mickey.
else.
Okay.
Probably Nikki, I would think.
So yeah, that could be a future show, have a bus driver on. That'd be great, actually. You know, personally, I have never ridden a bus.
No?
No?
No. So that is one of my goals. Was when it gets warm, I'm gonna ride the bus with you guys. You can take me around town.
Okay.
I'm serious. I think it's important to know the bus routes and to see what you guys go through when you ride the bus.
Me, Lavonda, and Deanna, I can say we ride a total of 6 buses a day.
6.
And it
So
takes
why
us
so many
about
buses?
2 hours to get here, about 2 hours to get here, and about 2 hours to get home.
So how many stops do you have on your bus route?
We have to, well, Dart B picks us up at our house and takes us to Myers, but Myers, we had to go to Walmart, the
The mall.
mall, the one of the apartment buildings, the hospital.
And then you make your way to downtown.
Then we make our way downtown.
So this is probably, let's think, maybe 5-mile trip,
Maybe longer.
6 miles.
I don't know really in total, but it takes
So safety is, you don't think is that much of a concern
no,
on the bus system right now?
no. Our bus usually when we get to Myers, our Dart B bus driver usually waits about 5 minutes before the next bus gets there. Make sure that us girls are safe on the bus.
Okay.
They're very, very, very protective over us.
So Desi, what are some of your thoughts on safety?
Some of my thoughts on safety would be making sure you stay close to the exit, especially on the bus. I try to stay close to the front doors on the bus. I make sure the first seats are for the elderly. I get the first seats when you go up the stairs, just the first ones. I try to get those so that I don't go any farther in the back.
So you're close to the bus driver then?
I try to stay close to the bus driver, and I make short eye contact with people that I don't know. If I feel uncomfortable, and
You normally sit by somebody you know. You move
Yeah.
to somebody you know.
I usually sit with someone I know, or they sit close to me. Like in the morning, I sit with someone from another apartment setting building that's close to me that I see almost every morning. So we always talk.
Okay. So how about safety in the clubhouse? What do you do to keep yourself safe in clubhouse?
We, besides just being safe with other members, especially like working in the kitchen, we make sure like not to have knives
Out in the open.
out in the open. We have to like pronounce saying, "Oh, knives are in."
If we are carrying a knife, we say knife coming through.
Yes.
Okay. So all knives are secured or locked up?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And who gets the knives out?
When we're using them, we usually do. But then when we have a knife, we say knife coming through.
Yep. If they're being taken to the prep table or to the sink after being used, we just have to make sure people don't run into us.
Okay. How about personal property?
Personal property. Oh, sorry.
Property. Well, we have a safe property in our house, and everybody have their own house, and everybody there. And I like the personal property because my mom and dad have a nice area, and my mom and dad friend, and that's why they have a nice property.
So what about your stuff, your property at the clubhouse?
Property of the
We have
clubhouse.
lockers.
The property of the clubhouse it's going to be safer, and everybody know each other, and and then you look outside or just do something about it.
So like Becky said, we have lockers. Everybody has a key to their locker. You secure your items in there. So that's like book bags, coats. So we also would recommend like your wallets and stuff like that. Anything of valuable to lock in your locker.
Yes.
And there's always staff around to help secure and make sure you're safe. So when there's ever a problem, you just go to a staff and we deal with that. Any other safety concerns you guys have in the community? What about going to your doctor's appointment? If you go to a doctor's appointment, you feel safe?
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
It's especially when you see a new doctor, you're just wary of how they how you get used to them. And like usually you have to tell them your family history and your medical history, like usually over and over again every time you see a new doctor.
So that's a great point. So when you're meeting your medical provider and you're giving all this information, do you feel comfortable, or does it take you a little while to warm up?
A little while to warm up.
Okay. So it feels like very invasive when they're asking you all these personal questions, right? So how do you deal with that though?
I would probably be wary, like I'm hoping they would keep it confidential. And
Well, they require you by law.
yes.
HIPAA.
Yes. So my doctor is a male, okay? I don't know if you have a female or male doctor. Are you comfortable giving your medical information to a male physician?
My doctor's been my doctor since, I want to say, since I was 13. So I'm okay with him.
So you have a long relationship with your doctor.
Yeah, yeah.
Have anybody had a new doctor recently?
I believe I do. I haven't met her yet,
Okay.
but she takes over with residents.
Okay.
So I see a new doctor every so often.
Do you have a preference, male or female physician?
I did, but now it really doesn't matter to me.
So let's talk about that. Why did you have a preference? And what was your preference?
Females,
Female? Okay.
because I had a problem with males.
Okay.
But now I'm like, I don't care.
So you were uncomfortable. So what got you to the point where you're comfortable with a male
Me and
physician?
mental health court.
So being in mental health court helped you?
Yep.
How'd that help you?
Because mental health court, I had to have a male case manager. I didn't really have much of a choice or go to jail. Now I'm like, I'm comfortable with most males. And then I had you as a director. And now I'm comfortable with pretty much anything. I go with the flow. I'm like, okay, I can handle this. I got this.
So you probably had a traumatic experience with a male in the past. So then you also had trust issues.
Yep.
So how do you build up trust?
Just talking and just being, I still kind of do, because I still kind of, my anxiety bothers me.
Okay.
But I'm okay with it. I'm like, whatever.
So you've progressed.
I've grown.
That's wonderful.
yeah.
That's all we can hope for.
There's a safety issue with me with males, but I still, whatever.
All right. Well, and you got some confidence too now. So that's helpful. How about you, Desi?
I usually prefer female doctors
Okay.
because I'm wary of males. But I'm comfortable with having guys as friends or you as a director. But it's just as doctors, I just wary of them.
Now let's not give them an ego boost now.
So, no, but seriously, so my question is, so when you get assigned a case manager, you usually don't have a choice. They just assign you somebody.
No, I do have a choice because
Okay.
of my past, but now I'm like, whatever.
But how do you let somebody know you're not comfortable with a male?
It's in my IPOS.
But how
Well,
will
it
they know
was.
that when you just get, like, say you just got admitted or accepted into like mental health? and then say, well, okay, you're gonna have an appointment with this case manager. At the time, you don't know if it's a male or female. Do you let them know ahead of time?
Yes, you do. And when I was getting my intake, I guess you call it your intake or your visitation or whatever you call it, I said I prefer a female.
Okay.
I've had females ever since.
Okay. How about you?
I actually don't remember if I announced that, but I haven't had a male case manager yet. So I'm just saying yet because I'm not sure how long my case manager is going to last.
And there's more female case managers.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure of
There
that.
are. I think there's only maybe a handful of males.
Is that a good or bad thing?
I think there needs to actually be more males.
I got a female case manager and I got
I
a
just think-
male doctor.
I think there needs to be more males.
Why?
Just because I think I just think there does.
No, I'm just asking. It's your prerogative, you know.
Because there's maybe the guys that prefer a male. And there are guys in mental health that need.
So you're just being considerate of other people.
Correct.
And you know I'm just teasing you because you was terrified of having males.
Shut up.
So that's actually a compliment too because you're getting so much better. So Deanna,
Yeah.
so you feel safe everywhere you go?
I feel safe when I'm with my parents when we go places. And then sometimes I feel safe with my roommate too.
Okay. So you have a buddy system, you know, you have a roommate, you guys go everywhere together.
Yeah.
Do you have any code words or anything when you become scared? Or signals?
Do you know what
No.
do you know what he means by a code word?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying is, yeah, I feel safe here too, and I feel good about it.
Did you have a code word with your buddies? For your buddy system?
No, I do not. But I think that's a good word. Good thing we need.
It's a good thing. Yeah.
We should have one here at Crossroads.
Yes. We will discuss as a group what the code word could be and develop a safety plan. We have safety plans, but we just have to talk them over. Just like we have fire and tornado drills, we'll start having safety drills too. So, whenever you're scared though, what's the first thing you should do if you're unsure?
I would probably go to a nearest staff member or even you as well, if anyone is available.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what I want to tell you all to do, if you're really scared, run. Get away from the environment as fast as you can. And then call for help,
Yes.
okay? Always avoid conflict if you can. Don't engage in it. So run away, get safe. Just remember that, you'll be okay. And then we'll rally around some safety afterwards. Anything else you guys want to talk about today? Because we're almost out of time. So I'm giving you an opportunity.
Desiree, do you have anything?
I feel happy. I'm happy now because I'm safe with a lot of people. I'm safe with my friend in
Yeah.
Crossroads, and I'm safe at home, and I'm safe with my parents, and that's how I feel safe.
Well, I'm glad.
Desiree, do you have anything?
I think pretty much we should probably maybe one day have someone come in and maybe show us some self-defense,
I think that'd be good.
just in case we can take that out in the community if we get attacked.
So I did talk to Captain Wall, Monroe Police Department, and he said he would come over and talk to us, or the community officer would come over to the clubhouse. Remember Officer Wall? He was here during the open house.
Oh, okay.
When most of the courthouse came over, So he said you do that for us.
Except Judge Nichols.
So I can schedule that, and we can make sure you guys are safe and secure, and also become familiar with your local police officers. I think it's an important thing to do.
Yes.
Okay. You guys comfortable around police?
Not really.
Really? Why?
I just have a fear, like, especially with what I've seen on the news. But
Okay.
I don't think that means it will happen in this community.
Do
But
you have a fear of cops? Is that what you're saying?
I do
I do too.
at a point.
Okay.
I
So,
get really nervous around cops, just really nervous.
all right, so we'll have an officer here, okay? So we can make you guys a little bit easier, feel better around police officers. So Captain Wall, I'll be in touch with you soon so we can arrange that. This is our show for today. Thank you for being here with us. We want to thank Impact for giving us this platform, Monroe Community Mental Health Authority for supporting us and giving us opportunity. And with that, take care of yourself, take care of others, and let's all be good. Thank you. Bye-bye.